morning, everybody. I just picked up my load. I've got an oversized, it's legal other than the length, so it's an over-length load going to Cali. Now, I do have an older truck going into California. There are some things you need to know about, but you can go, so stick around. My name is Cindy. Welcome to my channel, The Flatbed Chick. Okay, so I'm having to rig up a light for the poles that are the longest on the back. I think I got like at least 11 feet overhang. And I had to go buy a few pieces because I don't have all the stuff that I need. So we got the wire. I bought the white wire. I had the black already. It's not long enough. I'm gonna have to buy some more. And we got these pieces, and that's gonna form a female end, so that when I get to the back of the trailer, I'm gonna wire this up, so I just plug it into the pigtail that's already there for one of the marker lights. Okay, I got the light. Gotta put it on that pole. Got the light working, actually. It took me a minute, but I figured it out. So there it is. It's working. Got a really long cord for it that I wired up, and I've got it plugged into one of my marker lights. That's gonna have to do for now until I get a more permanent solution. And this is my load. The longest one is 66 feet. So we're almost ready for Illinois. They're the first state I come to that actually requires lights. There are others, but Indiana doesn't. But I have to have my lights working before I get to Illinois. So we're almost ready. Okay, so I'm going to shove the wire back in, and I'm going to hook it up back there in the back. Boy, I'm getting dirty. Wow. Just had a shower too. That stinks. Oh well. But there's the pigtail back here, and I'm going to finish hooking that up to my light. Got it run up to the pipe, and it's working. So every time I turn on my lights, I'll have a strobe. So we're ready to go. Okay, for the passenger side light, I tapped into the driver's side light, which Steve had already installed, and I did a little connector so that I can unplug the passenger side light, because I know I'm going to have to redo it anyway because I don't have a permanent mount. So I can unplug it and plug it back in as needed. So this is what that looks like. So you just got these little female connectors going to the light, which I zip tied out there. I know it's kind of tacky, but it's not permanent. And then I spliced into the wires that Steve had already connected, and those will just plug in, and plugs into the cigarette lighter. So I'll plug it in and both of them will come on. My goodness, I made a little faux pas. I hooked the black and the white up backwards. But as long as it works, that's all that matters. So as you can see, it is working. So we are ready for Illinois. right there, that would be perfect. I'll just shoot for being there on Sunday and deliver Monday morning. All right, sounds good. Thank you. All right, bye-bye. way there. Tomorrow is going to be our last day. Tomorrow we are going to be driving into California. We are in Nevada right now, Battle Mountain at the Flying J, which is an older Flying J, and they actually have a gravel parking lot. But as you can see, they have a nice big parking lot, so I have plenty of room to park over here near the grass, so I don't have to worry about anybody backing into my overhang. number 1 is off, so let's get stop number 2 off and pick up a load and get the heck out of here. This is crazy. You have to excuse me. I know I probably look horrible. I did not get a shower last night. I spent the night, well, look where I'm at. I am sitting in front of the landfill. There's supposed to be a drop yard up here somewhere, and the guy sent me directions. Yeah, and I'm on a hill too. That's lovely, isn't it? So the guy sent me directions, said go down this road towards the landfill. We have a drop yard down there. Nobody will bother you. That's all it said. Didn't tell me where to go, just towards the landfill. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna get down here. There's gonna be nowhere to park. I'm gonna be parked on the street, and I'm gonna be paranoid all night long that someone's gonna hit me. Luckily it's a dead end street, so didn't really have any traffic last night, but people started buzzing in here about 5 a.m. even though it says the dump doesn't even open till 7. So I went ahead and turned on my flashers because I'm still afraid somebody might hit me. See, I was right. Pretty darn close to being parked out in the street. I'm a little bit over towards the shoulder, but they don't have much of a shoulder here. They're doing road construction. So I'm worried about where am I going to turn around. I'm thinking there's probably room up ahead in the landfill, but I'm not looking forward to it. So anyway, yesterday was kind of not the greatest day, but so far today it's not starting off on the right foot. Maybe it'll get better. So we're almost ready to get the heck out of here. This is the final stop. Once we get this off, we'll be looking for a load and headed back east. So it's got to get better from here, right? Okay, I just drove 2 hours in LA traffic to come over here to pick up this, what is supposed to be an LTL. It's supposed to be 2 large boxes and 2 small boxes, which can stack on top of each other for a total of 27 foot of deck space at 11,000 pounds. This is what it really is. 3 large boxes and 1 small box. That does not work. So that really does not work for me. So now my deck space is going to be limited. I have more weight than I thought I did, so my weight that I can add is going to be limited. And in order to make this load work for me and worth dragging all the way across country to the East Coast, I'm going to have to add LTLs. That's just all there is to it. So I feel like I was lied to in order to get me to drive over here and pick this load up. You know, this load, which I was told had been sitting for a while, and they really need to get it gone. Like, it needs to be gone like yesterday. So, oh, by the way, they don't want to pay more. Okay, no wonder it's still sitting. Okay, so I refused the load because basically it is not the load that I agreed to, and it does not pay enough to make it worth me dragging all the way back to the East Coast. So, and I've been sitting here for like probably 2.5 hours. I drove 2 hours over here in LA traffic. That means I'm going to have to drive another 2 hours, maybe more, back to the truck stop in all this traffic. So I have wasted an entire day with no compensation and wasted my fuel on a load that did not pan out. So I'm going to get back to the truck stop and hope for a better day tomorrow. But you know, I used to love coming to California, but this trip so far has made me not really miss it very much. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day. Let's hope so. So yeah, I think I've learned a lesson on this one. Oh wow, the lighting is horrible in here. Oh. I don't know if it could get any better, but wow. So I have I have drank about 64 ounces of cold soda, which I know I shouldn't be drinking, but I was about to have a heat stroke. So I feel better now. I think I'm gonna go ride my bike. Even though the heat is miserable, I can't stay in this truck any longer. I have been wanting to exercise for like a week now, and I keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. On the way out here, it was a lot of long days and I was really tired, so I think I'm going for a bike ride. So I just got it on top of the trailer right now. It's getting all beat up laying there on the trailer, but I don't really have any place to store it. I'd like to hang it off the back of my box somehow, but until I figure that out, that's why I bought a cheap bike. I knew it was going to get beat up. Oh well. I really like the basket. Turned out to be really handy. This is one of the bad things about putting the bike on the back of the truck. It gets so dirty. Look how filthy that thing is. I usually try to wash it, but you know what? I'm already dirty today, so I don't think I'm going to worry about it. Probably got to stop up at the store and get something cold to drink though. I'm out of water. Alright, for all you guys that have never been outside the truck stop parking lot at the TA in Ontario, California, this little road is a dead-end road, has some businesses back here, and it is great for riding your bike. As you can see, not much traffic, a little bit of a hill, so it gives you a pretty good workout. Scenery's not bad either. So if you come all the way down here, past these warehouses, this street right here past the Flyers fuel stop, and take a right, it brings you back out kind of close to the dead end. So you just make a loop, go back to the truck stop, and I think it's close to 2 miles up here and back. Maybe off a little bit on the mileage. I forgot to turn on my mileage tracker, my little app that I use. It's my Fitness is the name of the app that I use to tell me how far I've gone, keep up with all that stuff. Look, isn't that pretty? What a nice scenic little bike ride. Back here, nobody to bother you. Perfect. We have these really cool trees. I don't know if you guys know what a mimosa is, but in Georgia, we have these trees that have these little pink flowers on it. It's called mimosa, and the leaves are very skinny, kind of tropical looking. And it actually looks a lot, if I not get tongue-tied, a lot like this tree right here. But this tree has purple flowers on it. Really pretty. California is a very, very pretty place. It's just it's a little bit too crowded for me. My allergies kill me every time I come out here because of all the smog, I guess. So, like to visit, but I definitely could not live here. kind of a crappy day, but looks like it's gonna have a beautiful ending. So there it is. Make a loop, go back to the truck stop, and start all over again. So, let me turn that off so you can hear me. What would you think if you saw this in the shower? Well, it's not what I thought it was. Actually, shampoo. Kind of scary though, huh? Okay, so back in the truck, trying to get my lighting right, which, I guess that'll work for now. So let's talk about the 3-day pass. I know I mentioned it a couple times. So as you all know, or you probably already know, California doesn't like older trucks. They want you to have trucks that meet their emissions requirements. And depending on the age of the truck, they have different requirements. So my truck is a 2001, and I think I had until last year, 2015, to put a DPF, which is a diesel particulate filter, onto my truck. I haven't done that, so it doesn't meet the requirements. Now, there's also another requirement coming up by 2021, I believe is the date. My truck, my year truck, is going to have a 2010 motor, which those motors have the DEF system, which uses the diesel exhaust fluid. So because I don't meet their requirements, they won't let me in. Now, there is an exception. They'll let you in once a year for 3 consecutive days. So I've got my 3-day pass from California. I know it's kind of crappy because my printer ran out of ink, but that's all it is. It's this short little piece of paper. It doesn't have a whole lot on it. Truck information and how long you're allowed to stay in the state, pretty much it. But that's it. That's all it is, just that silly little piece of paper. And if I get pulled over, I show them the piece of paper, and I guess they leave me alone. So, you know, it's good that they allow older trucks the opportunity to come out here once a year, but please, once a year, seriously. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Part of me wants to go maybe get a newer truck so I can come to California, and then another part of me was like, you know, to heck with you guys. I don't need to come out here anyway. So I'm kind of torn on my opinion of the whole situation. That's all the 3-day pass is. You just have to register your vehicle with, I call it CARB, California Air Resources Board. I think they actually call it ARB out here, just the Air Resource Board, but to me it's CARB. So I am hopefully going to get loaded tomorrow because my 3 days are up tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Thursday, so I have until tomorrow to get out of California. And if I'm still here and CARB catches me, I guess they'll write me a ticket. And I can't really afford to lose any of the money that I got coming out here in some silly EPA fine. So one way or another, I'm going to be out of here tomorrow, even if it means deadheading over to Arizona. So wish me luck that I get a load. And I guess that'll wrap up this video, my trip to Cali. So see you next time, and I'll let you know what I got going back east. Till then, take care. You guys be safe out there.